We're making some good progress on our emergency housing target. Our target is 75% fewer households in emergency housing by 2030. The results for this quarter show that we've already reduced the number by 34%, and there has even been a little bit more progress since then. One key part of our plan to address the failures of emergency housing is the Priority 1 category, which we introduced in April, and it puts families with children who have been in the emergency housing for longer than 12 weeks to the top of the social housing wait list. There are now more than 1,000 fewer children growing up in motels because of our plan, and I'm confident that the results for the next quarter will show some more progress too.
Nationwide, the number of families living in emergency housing has been reduced by 1/3 over the last 6 months. But is the data capturing the movement of single people?
Nobody seems to know just how many people on MSD support are scattered around the other motels, or more recently, in the city backpackers and guest houses.
Lawyer Meredith Herbert sees a pattern in Rotorua.
Currently, we're noticing that while the statistics for emergency housing have dropped, what we are seeing is that people, particularly single males, who are generally placed into backpackers, are now back on our streets.
What worries me is that we fought so hard to get state houses back in the region. Now they've stopped, the demand is growing. Where are they going to go? Are we just going to have to keep building some night shelters if we can't home these people?
A Masterton Motelier Q&A spoke to said the number of MSD emergency housing guests had dropped off since the government tightened the rules.
The fact is, they have made the criteria to enter emergency housing more difficult. As a result, fewer people are going into emergency housing. And here in Wairarapa, they're either going to end up at that night shelter or they're going to be on the street.